But Red Bull seemed to have had a very strange collaboration with another F1 team. Welcome to the F1 news update by GPBlog. I'm Tim Kraaij and this is the latest news of F1 of GPBlog.com. Red Bull Racing has the most important update in Austria for the title chance of Max Verstappen. Helmut Marko has revealed that Max Verstappen has the last chance during the Austrian Grand Prix with a new update by Red Bull Racing. They have a new update package for the Austrian Grand Prix, which they will refine a little bit for the British Grand Prix a week later. But after that, they need to see if they can catch up to McLaren. If they do, title chances are still there for Max Verstappen. But if they can't close the gap of approximately 3 tenths that they have now to McLaren, probably won't come with new updates anymore this season. They will fully focus to 2026. Max Verstappen was close to a race ban and is still close to a race ban. But Red Bull seemed to have had a very strange collaboration with another F1 team. According to Helmut Marko, they had a deal with another team to replace Max Verstappen. The problem was that Ayumu Iwasa was driving and is still driving in Super Formula, which clashed a few times with the F1 calendar. The problem there was that Red Bull Racing didn't have a second reserve driver to step in, with Arvid Lindblad back then still didn't have his super license. But back then, they approached another F1 team to make a deal to get their reserve driver in case of an emergency. GPBlog asked around at certain teams and it didn't look like the deal was there, or at least none of the teams are saying they had a deal with Red Bull Racing. Could be that Helmut Marko misspoke. So GPBlog learned that Aston Martin is open to helping other F1 teams. They didn't necessarily have a deal with Red Bull Racing, but GPBlog learned that they are open to helping others in case of an emergency. Then we're talking about Felipe Drugovich and Stoffel van Doorn, who are the 2 reserve drivers for Aston Martin. If that would have really happened, we never know. What we do know is that Arvid Lindblad has now got his super license. Lindblad will also make his F1 debut during the British Grand Prix in FP1. Red Bull Racing regrets firing Sergio Perez. That is what the key player himself, Sergio Perez, said in Mexican media. According to Sergio Perez, he has very valid sources that say to him that Red Bull Racing regret firing him after last season. We don't know if it's really true. Of course, the performances of Yuki Tsunoda and Liam Lawson both have not been that impressive. On the other side, maybe the most important thing that they regret was the fee that they had to pay Sergio Perez to get him out of his contract, which they signed at the start of the season. I think that's more of the problem over there than they had before. But maybe they made a big mistake. Coming weekend, we will be there for the Austrian Grand Prix. So let us know all the questions that you have, and we come back with the latest F1 news from the paddock. See you there.